2 of our Walt Disney World trip. It is Epcot today. Gonna be a fun one. We originally booked this trip to come for the Food and Wine Festival, and now they're having like a more pared down version of that. So still a lot of different food and drinks to try. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But first, to start the morning, where are we heading?
We are heading over to Riviera Resort to have breakfast, a character breakfast at Topolino's Terrace.
Yes, one of the newest Disney resorts. Everybody's been ranting and raving about this, so we're super excited to check it out, and let's get to it.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. We just had a fantastic breakfast at Topolino's Terrace, somewhere up there, 10th floor of the Riviera Resort. Amazing views, amazing food, amazing service, amazing characters. Highly recommend. But now it is time for Epcot. So we are walking to the Disney Skyliner, our first time
on the Skyliner. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so we're going to check it out. Riviera is one of the resorts that has their own Skyliner stop, which is great. You can take it, the only park you could take it to directly from the resort is Epcot, but you could also take it down to the neighboring Caribbean beach, and you could transfer there to go to Hollywood Studios if you choose to do so. Which color do you think we're gonna get?
Ooh, I bet we're gonna get yellow.
Yellow?
I just have a feeling.
What, like the golden yellow or the bright yellow?
The golden. I feel like I don't know. That's what, I'm just putting a random color out there, but I hope we get one. So some of them are wrapped with characters and then others aren't, but the ones that aren't, you can see out of them so much better. So I hope that we get that. Well, walked over to the Skyliner and they're having technical difficulties. So it will not be the first time that we ride it today. We are heading over to the bus stop at Riviera to take a bus over to Epcot since they just don't know how long it's gonna take. And it's about an hour and a half before Epcot opens. So we're like, we'll just try the bus and see if we can get in early like we did to Magic Kingdom yesterday.
All right, so we just got off the buses. It's about 10:15. The park technically opens in about 45 minutes, but we're about to go through temperature screening and security to see if they're actually going to start letting people in. So
that was easy.
Epcot put in one of these new fancy bag checks where they don't have to go in and physically check your bags. They just ask if you have an umbrella, you hold out in the front of you. They look at like an infrared scanner, and then you're all set.
Yeah, so we didn't have to take out any of our camera gear, like anything. It was just walk right through.
Yeah, and they're letting people in, it looks like, about 45 minutes before park opening. So
we are gonna head to Test Track. It is consistently having one of the longer lines, and it's a ride that shuts down due to bad weather. So if it rains, it could shut down. So we're gonna head there first.
Let's go.
Now that we are here in the park, there's only one thing that's missing. Ears.
So the first time seeing the city of construction walls, the experimental prototype community of construction walls. First stop of the day is Test Track. About 30 minutes to park opening, and this already has a 45-minute wait.
Yup.
If you could hear us. So normally when you go through Test Track, there is an interactive element to the queue, but because of high-touch surfaces and social distancing, it is not something they have right now. But you still get the nice kind of pre-show experience. You just don't get to like design your own vehicle, which is something you typically do.
We're next.
Let's go!
unsupervised
float in our own car. Crazy.
Woohoo!
Automated driving technology.
Yeah, baby.
Welcome to the sim track.
SIM car performance data acquired.
Oh boy. Oh!
Displaying responsiveness data.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Yeah! Let's go!
Well, my hair's done for the day.
Best ride in the park, hands down.
Displaying power test results.
All right, we just got off a test track. It was a posted 45 when we got in line about 10:30. Only waited
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
So good.
For-
It pays to come early.
Yes, even though the park is still technically not open, come early, get on test track, worth it. Mission Space is right next to test track. We're going to knock that out while we're in this area of the park, and it's a beautiful day
I
out.
think it says 10-minute wait.
What do you think?
Perfect.
Should we do it?
Yes. Yes, we should. And wait, the sun just came out.
Woo!
Beautiful day. So happy.
Lesson test training, or proceed to the advanced training lab.
Welcome to the International Space Training Center. You're here today to train for the greatest adventure in the history of mankind, space travel. Let me introduce you to your spacecraft, the X-2 Space Shuttle. Report for your pre-flight briefing. It's go time.
Attention trainees. Follow the markings on the floor to your X2 trailer and begin boarding now.
Hi, Andy.
Hello.
Navigator, welcome aboard.
We're alone in here.
What?
I'm gonna be the navigator and the pilot. Andy is the commander and engineer.
Just happy to sit.
Our feet already hurt. It's not even noon.
Good luck, team. All of us here at Mission Control wish you a safe journey around the planet.
Oh
Pilot, initiate first stage separation now. Commander, initiate flight sequence now. Your flight path today is taking you across the United States, past the Grand Canyon, and leaving the continent at San Francisco. In a moment, you'll be crossing paths with another X-2, just launched from the Pacific. All hands on the control sticks. All right. Now left. Right. Left. Back to center. Hold it steady. They're coming in too hot. A little back. Down and clear. Mission accomplished. Good work, team. Welcome back to Earth. And welcome to the astronaut.
Okay, we just got off Mission Space. It was posted 10-minute wait, and it was actually a 10-minute wait,
Yeah.
which is still not a lot of time at all, so we were very happy to get that done this morning. Now I think we're gonna head over toward
The seas and the lands.
seas, yes.
Yep.
To try to knock out a couple of rides over there. It's been a good morning so far.
Yeah, and we're getting our first look at all of the construction that's going on at Epcot. So obviously right now they don't, you can't cut through normally where you would anymore. The former interventions area, you need to go around. So we're just getting our lay of the land, navigating the new construction walls and the paths, but hopefully some exciting stuff coming to Epcot in the future.
On the seas with Mignon and friends.
Let's go explore the big blue world.
Manatees.
Oh, that's the one we saw in the video. Remember his tail?
Oh my god, it is!
What was his? Oh, Lou, right?
Hi Lou, we just watched you on the documentary.
So we just started a new series on Disney Plus, all about caring the animals at the Walt Disney World Resort. And one of the animals that was featured in it is this manatee right here, Lou. I don't know if you can see him right up there. They did a feature on him in the show.
His tail was partially, they had to remove part of his tail after an accident where a boat engine propeller took off part of his tail, and so they were checking up on it. They were making sure he didn't have an infection and everything, but we watched a whole episode that featured him, and he's here in the tank.
No, there he is.
Oh!
Hey, buddy.
He's having lunch.
Seriously, some of the coolest animals. But check it out. It's on the Nat Geo section of Disney Plus. What do you do at Disney?
I scuba dive. I clean the coral. Hang out with marine life. Just got off the seas with Nemo and friends. It was a posted 30-minute wait, and we waited 11 minutes.
We'll take it.
I will take it. Now we are heading into the land to do Living with the Land and Soaring. Not sure which one we'll do yet. We'll play that by ear.
Yeah. We actually lucked out before when we walked past. There was actually a line to get into the pavilion itself.
So it's smart to do the ride.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you judge me for saying that Living with the Land is one of my favorite boat rides at Walt Disney World?
No, it is a must-do. It is so cool. You actually see some of the food that they use at Garden Grill. Like they grow the food hydroponically and all of these cool things, and it's so much fun and it's informative. You can learn on your Disney vacation, people. You're taking your kids out of school, make them learn something. Hi, Kona! Garden Grill is one of the other character breakfasts happening right now, besides, I think the third one is Hollywood and Vine at Hollywood Studios.
Decided to do Living with the Land, so we're just in that queue now. Again, shamelessly, one of my favorite rides in Walt Disney World.
And it had a posted wait time of 10 minutes. It's been 8, but we are about to board.
Okay, jumping in here, we're editing the Epcot vlog now, and it turns out a couple of the video clips don't have audio with them. So we're actually just going to jump in and tell you about some of the things that those clips covered right after Soarin'. So we did.
So don't click away though, because we have the rest of our afternoon. The audio was fine.
Yep.
So we're just gonna fill you in on a couple things and then get back to it.
Yep. So we got off of Soarin'. As you guys saw, it was a posted 70-minute wait. We only waited 30, which is really good for one of the more popular rides.
Yeah, I was very surprised and thankful that it was only 30 minutes. That's pretty solid.
Yeah. And then we made our way into World Showcase to start. Bailey's joining us here. Hey, Bailey.
Yeah.
To start our taste of the taste of Epcot Food and Wine Festival.
Wait, it's a taste of Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival 2020.
Right.
All right. Okay, Bailey, you can join. Say hello. Okay, thanks.
So we started off the festival with one of the first booths as you head over toward the Mexico Pavilion called Earth Eats.
So at Earth Eats, I got the Impossible Farmhouse Meatball. It was $5.75, and it was served with lentil bread, spinach, marinated vegetables, and creamy herb dressing. For something that was completely plant-based, it actually was very tasty. If you are vegan, vegetarian, this is definitely a great option. And the line, I waited about 15 minutes for it, which not bad, as you will see in future footage. The lines for the booths got very long. But yeah, good option at Earth Eats.
So that is it from the footage that we missed. We are going to pick it up now from the America Pavilion, where we are having lunch at Regal Eagle. All right, so a little bit of an update since we last spoke. We left off, Jenna got something from the Impossible booth, which is right before the Mexico Pavilion when you enter
Earth Eats.
Yeah, you enter the World Showcase, and it was very clear as soon as we got into the World Showcase that something was up in terms of the crowd levels.
We've been here twice in the last 2.5 years. Never seen Epcot this busy. And supposedly it's capped at 25% capacity.
I don't believe that for a second.
I don't think that is possible.
In my best guess, I don't think this is 25%.
So we've never had a problem when we've come to Epcot. We've been able to get a drink at all 11 countries. No problem waiting in line. It was a 55-minute wait to get into the Mexico Pavilion to then go and wait in line for a drink or go on the Three Caballeros ride.
Or to shop or do
the
anything,
shops.
yeah.
55 minutes to get inside. So we kept being like, okay, let's go to the next one. Frozen. The line is all the way into China. Every single booth for the festival, besides Earth Eats, which I still waited like 15 minutes for Earth Eats, every single one, the line is so long that it's going into other pavilions and the crowd is just packed. You can't be socially distant walking around the World Showcase.
No.
And it is a Saturday, so we knew that it would be more crowded than usual.
But not like this.
Not like this. We were like, oh my god. We got in line at Italy for the Italy booth for the festival. Waited how long?
15 minutes to move
Two
a
spots.
few feet.
Yeah. And the line was really long.
And it's hot out too, so you're sitting in the sun, you're baking.
Yeah, there's no shade.
And like we knew this was going to be there were going to be a level of crowds here on a Saturday at Epcot where people are coming on the weekend, but there's also a part of this where people aren't being responsible too. Like the rule at Disney is you're supposed to you can take your mask off like we have now when you're eating or drinking while stationary.
Stationary.
And
not walking.
Right, and people are just throwing that rule out the window, and unfortunately, I don't think Disney has the adequate staff to enforce it right now. So we knew that was a little bit of a rumor going around the World Showcase going into this, that mask compliance within the World Showcase was pretty crappy, and that's pretty valid.
Yeah, which is, you're here to eat and drink, so I get it. So they're like, well, I'm eating, my mask is off. It's like, yes, but you're walking by 30 people when you're this close.
Right. We resorted to coming here to the Regal Eagle Smokehouse, which is the newly renovated quick service location in the America Pavilion that just opened before the closures. It is a American-style barbecue joint, and we got some lunch here because it's air-conditioned, and we knew The food was really good. That's all we'll say about it. I think, again, just to sum it up, like, if you're considering coming to Epcot before Disney implements the more traditional park measures, be that park hopping or fast pass, I would reconsider, especially if it's on a weekend. I think you're more of a safe bet going during the week. Just
Yeah, if you could go on like a Tuesday or Wednesday,
do it.
absolutely. We're here on a Saturday.
Even with more of the booths closed, like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the thing. That is the exact thing. We know that a lot of the booths are closed during the week because the park is not as crowded. But so either
It's a
way, it's like
catch-22.
you can only try a little bit of the festival, or you're here trying to try everything and you
Right.
can't.
That's kind of the festival update. Again, brings us back here to Regal Eagle, which again had really solid reviews before the closures, and so we just ate here. We got 2 entrees, and we each got the same beer. And the beer,
It's very good. Beer.
very good. It is the Bell's Oberon American Wheat Ale from Comstock, Michigan.
Delicious.
Fantastic. A little, not too hoppy, but just a good, refreshing
No, it's
beer.
I wouldn't say I don't like hoppy beers, and I really enjoyed this.
So, what do we get for food?
Yeah, so we got 2 things and we shared them, so we could both try it. But we got the brisket sandwich, which was on Texas garlic toast.
So good.
And we did that one with a side of macaroni and cheese. And then we did the pulled pork platter, which came with garlic toast. And we did that with their seasoned fries. Delicious.
Yeah.
I think I liked the brisket more than the pulled pork. But I think you liked the pulled pork more than the brisket.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough. Like, both were really good.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I had the pulled pork. The pulled pork was served on its own, but then the brisket was served between 2 pieces of the garlic toast, like a sandwich. So I think you, like...
Well, did you take, so like I made sure to try
I
just the
didn't,
brisket
so-
by itself.
Yeah, that's why.
But it was very good.
Overarching statement, the food here
Yeah.
will echo what other people have said in that this is really
Yeah,
good.
very good. They have a ton of different sauces, from like barbecue sauce to these mustard sauces and vinegar-based sauces.
Yeah.
So like you can try all of those, and the mac and cheese have to give a special shout out. It was like, it's like a white cheddar mac and cheese, and it had like the toasted breadcrumbs
yeah.
on top.
The bomb.
I'm a mac and cheese person, but that was like exceptional.
Yeah, and the theming in here is great. It's definitely a step up from what it used to be. It's all like...
Well, was there a quick service at American?
Yeah, I forget what it was called.
Oh yeah, see, I don't think I've ever eaten there.
It used to populate this space, but it was very much like burgers and dogs, and so this is much more themed. It has a Muppets theme in here, which a lot of has a very niche fan base. So it's very cool. Disney did a nice job with this. So highly recommend it. Between the 2 beers and the 2 entrees, we paid like $47. So Disney quick service
Disney
lunch.
prices.
Yeah, that means it's kind of what you would expect. What you got there?
I got a spatula for the 25th anniversary of the Food and Wine Festival.
That looks awesome.
Super cute.
Very nice.
So we'll think of this Disney trip whenever we make eggs.
We're doing something for the festival.
We are. Finally found somewhere that is inside with AC and no line, or very, very little line.
Yes.
These are the Nitro Cake Pops. I got M&Ms and he got Twix. They are $4 each.
Not bad.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's just like a cold piece of cake
Good cake.
with the topping on it.
Dripping. It's more like a brownie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And it's like cold. And then you got, so it's like
Here,
moist cake.
Switch. Not
Very
bad
good.
for $4.
Seriously. It's cold, so it's like cooling you off, and it's, I mean, can't go wrong with cake pop. And it was a fun like little show when it's like, it's all smoking when they give it to you.
Yeah.
I like this.
We're in your homeland.
Canada. So we found a nice little bench, but we got both offerings at the Canada booth for the festival. So this right here is Canadian cheddar and bacon soup with a prop and Peler pretzel roll. Looks very good. And then I'm really excited to try the Cellier wild mushroom beef filet mignon with truffle butter sauce. The soup was $5.25 and the filet was $8.25. You know, typical portion size for the festival. So we will try these and report back.
We also got a Moosehead Draft, which just looks like a Canadian light lager, but not from the actual pavilion cart, but from like the permanent cart they have outside the country. So super good, really fresh, very light, just a good, smooth Canadian beer. You can't go wrong with that, especially on a hot day like this. And then in terms of the food that we just had, wow, Canada, you know what's up. They have probably one of the best restaurants in Epcot here, Cellier, which is a steakhouse. So they know how to do good food in Canada. So the filet mignon we got, it was super tender, really nice. Contrast to the taste of the beef with the truffle, sauce that was on it. That was really tasty. And then the bacon cheddar soup with like big chunks of bacon in it. And then you just scoop it up with a pretzel roll. It just really rounds out that entire dish. So solid job at the Canada Pavilion and kind of making up for some of the other places we didn't get to yet. So really good.
Cheers. So good. I have to echo what Andy said. The filet, I was so surprised. I thought it was going to be like so chewy because like you don't know how long it's sitting out there, if they're just making so much of it, how well is it being cooked, but it was delicious. The truffle butter sauce on it was so good. And then the cheddar soup, it had like thick chunks of bacon in it. And the pretzel roll seemed very fresh. So like very impressed with the Canada booth. And I can't imagine if the festival filet was that good, what it actually is like to eat inside Le Cellier, which is on our bucket list. So we hope to do that at some point soon. Okay, I don't know if it's that people have already made their loop around the World Showcase or if people have just started to clear out for the day, but it's getting close to 5 o'clock and the last few pavilions that we've been to have been much more manageable, like waiting under 10 minutes for a booth, which I am more than happy to wait that amount of time. It was when you couldn't even see the end of the line and then you got in line and felt like it wasn't moving even after 15 minutes. Like that was just too much, but like fingers crossed it stays like this because this has been very enjoyable and we're finally starting to enjoy some of what the festival has to offer. Okay, we decided to stop at one more booth before we head out to do a couple more rides, but we are at the Hawaii booth and we got two things. Their golden ale and the Kahlua pork slider, which is served with sweet and sour DOLE pineapple chutney and a spicy mayonnaise. The slider is $5.25 and 6 ounces of the ale is $4.50. This is going to be messy, so I am going to spare you watching me eat it. We'll report back. Okay, don't be afraid to ask for substitutions or changes. So Andy doesn't like mayo and there was a Chipotle mayo on this slider. So we just asked if we could have it on the side since we were sharing it and I just like dunked my half in. And it was actually even better because instead of them giving us one that was like sitting there, they made a fresh one.
Pro tip.
Yes, exactly. But the ale was delicious. That's actually not in the menu. We wanted to get the
Big Wave?
The Big Wave. And they were out, but they had the ale as a substitution, and we tried that. Tiny bit of hops, but it was actually delicious.
Really good.
The slider was very good as well. Great pulled pork. And it was, what did you say? The pineapple chutney that made it.
Yes.
Totally agree.
Well done, Hawaii.
Well done. Pooh Bear. Look at him. He has a butterfly net. Just got in line for Journey into the Imagination with Figment. We have never been on this ride, and I honestly have no idea what to expect.
And look at these
my
legends.
That's so funny.
Robin Williams.
Love her. Do you remember that movie?
Of course I do.
The Shrinking Gun.
Yep.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That used to be a ride.
Yeah, they used to have.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's old.
I forget if it was here though.
I think it
Or
could have been Hollywood Studios.
I think it was Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Welcome to our special drive-through open house. I'm Dr. Nigel Channing, Chairman of the Imagination Institute. Hello. On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
All right, we just got off of Journey into Imagination with Figment. Both of our first times on that attraction, and it was very. I was
Cute, yeah.
Yes, I was telling Jenna it was very like old school Epcot with the theming and the way the ride is, and everybody. Again, Figment has a very cult following.
I
so
feel like you have a very strong opinion. It's like you either are like nah, or
Yep.
you're like obsessed with the ride.
totally. So, well,
It was a posted 20-minute wait, and we waited for 10.
not bad if you're walking through the section of Future World and you want to just go on a quick little dark ride.
Yes.
Check out Journey to Imagination. But now, I think one of our last attractions of the day, we have Spaceship Earth.
Okay, question for you guys. Do you know? Where's my hand? Do you know what this is called? Because on our first trip to Disney, I was just like, oh, it's the golf ball. Andy?
Geodesic Sphere.
Let me live it down. It is called the Geodesic Sphere, and I will never, ever forget that again.
What's it called?
Geodesic Sphere.
Thank you. Geodesic Sphere. Look it up. Just got off of Spaceship Earth. It was a posted 40-minute wait, and we waited about 10, so definitely not too bad. The wait times continue to be padded here today, and it's just a good classic Disney ride. Can't go wrong with it.
Fun thing that Andy pointed out to me on the ride was that the man in the Rome playing the guitar is the same face as the John from the Carousel of Progress.
And I believe the girl who he's sitting with is his wife Sarah's face too.
That's cool. We'll have to double check that.
Yeah.
We'll write right here if we're wrong, but yeah, so cool. Last stop of the night, Brazil. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but it's the Brazilian cheese bread. Everybody talks about it. Finally got it. It was $4.50 for the 2 pieces of bread. And cheers.
It's definitely cheesy.
Oh, look at that bottom. It's nice and warm.
What kind of cheese is it?
No idea. Not bad.
Good job, Brazil. All right, first time on the Skyliner.
And because of COVID, you get your own Skyliner.
Oh.
So you're not.
Oh.
Ooh.
see anything with Remy over here.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner.
We're so tired.
Our feet really hurt. Day 2 was, or day
Day
3. Yeah, day 2 in the parks, but day 3 here.
Good Lord. Quarantine, you done us dirty.
And,
oh my God.
And we already talked about how, the crowds were today, but thankfully we did see a little bit more of some flexibility in getting to some of the booths. So you get to go to Brazil, and we did Hawaii, so we did get some stuff done.
Canada, yeah. So we got to do, I think, like 5 or 6 things from the festival. It's so funny. We're used to drinking so much in Epcot, not being obnoxious. Like, we are very respectful.
Sure.
I think we had like 2 beers. Overall, if you're going to Epcot and you're going on the weekends, expect very busy crowds. Try to just focus on the rides because the wait times weren't bad at all for that. It just was, people were there for the festivals. They were there in big groups.
Yeah.
They were rowdy at times. So just keep that in mind.
They actually had Orange County sheriffs in the park, which I thought was a nice touch because there were definitely some groups that
needed it.
Yeah, for sure. That's a wrap for our day 3. Tomorrow is Hollywood Studios.
Guys, please pray that we get a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance.
Although by the time they're seeing this, we'll already know what happens.
But still, put out the good vibes.
Exactly.
Put out the good vibes.
We'll take your good vibes either way. But that's going to do it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on social media at A Couple Travelers.
Until next time, keep traveling.
See ya.